Hananiah, Mishael, Azariah, and Daniel were unapologetically sold out for God. Regardless of what was at stake, they never gave in to societal pressures and continued to serve God. Even when they were staring death in the face, whether in a fiery furnace or a den of lions, they stood firm. They believed God would deliver them. And if he didn't, they still refused to bow. Their faith wasn't rooted in outcome, it was rooted in obedience. Daniel 3 and 6. They weren't afraid of death, and they weren't afraid of what came after it. They believed God was exactly who he said he was. And to them, unwavering faith in God was more valuable than comfort or survival. Temporary pain meant nothing compared to eternal promise. And it makes me think about where we are now. So many Christians are so wishy-washy in their faith. They serve God when it benefits them, when life is good, when prayers are answered, when everything makes sense. But the second things get hard, or they don't get their way, or they feel like God is silent, they run right back to their old lives, right back to their vices. They go back under the slavery of their flesh instead of staying surrendered to Jesus Christ. Romans 7. The Old Testament was full of men and women who had crazy faith in the God they served, like unwavering. But us? Our faith shakes the moment God doesn't answer the way we think he should. And it makes me wonder, how grieved must he be? If he was already grieved just 6 chapters into Genesis 6 verse 6, imagine how heartbroken he must be now, watching what mankind has become, watching how easily we doubt him, how quickly we forget. And I'm not saying the Bible didn't have some really messed up stuff going on in it, because it did. But honestly, our world today mirrors a lot of it. You should read it sometime. The kind of faith the Old Testament and New Testament believers had, it was unmatched. I'll admit, when I hit a rough patch and I can't sense God's presence or hear his voice clearly, it starts to feel like he's forsaken me. The weight in the atmosphere over my home gets heavy. And when the warfare hits, my eyes go straight to the battle instead of the one who already promised me victory. Spoiler alert, he already guaranteed the win. I get in my head, wondering what did I do to upset him? When maybe the real question is, what am I doing right that's causing this much resistance from the enemy? I have to remind myself that the Lord never forsakes the righteous. He still hears my prayers. He still sees me. And he wouldn't lead me into unfamiliar territory without a plan. His thoughts and ways aren't mine, and thank God for that. That's the big picture. I am not God. I don't know why that loved one had to die. I don't know why I lost that job. I don't know why I was raised in an abusive household. But God does. And he promises to work all things together for my good. Romans 8 verse 28. Not just some things. Not just the easy or the explainable ones. Everything. This is just a friendly reminder to stay the course, as much for you as it is for me. Because honestly, in this season, I feel so broken that not even super glue could put me back together. But Jesus can, and he is piece by piece. So I'm praying for all of us, that God would increase our faith like Daniel, that he would make us bold like Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah when they stood in the fire. I'm asking him to strengthen our resolve, to help us stand 10 toes down against darkness, and to walk in the authority we already have through the blood of Jesus. I plead that blood over every disciple of Christ and ask that he bless our families with deeper discernment and heightened spiritual awareness. There's a shift happening, and it's time to pick a side. Either you're sold out for God like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, willing to face the fire and the lions without flinching, or you're lukewarm, just coasting through, waiting to be spit out of the mouth of Jesus. Revelation 3 verse 16. The beautiful and terrifying thing about God is that he lets you choose. I'd suggest you choose wisely.